Hey casters, welcome back to MetaZoo News' YouTube channel. If you're new here, welcome. We're happy to have you. And if you're a returning caster, thank you for helping make the magic real. Today, we are taking a look at the very newly released MetaZoo the Hunt Mud style game, available on metazoothehunt.com. If you take a look here at the screen, we're going to go over the mission briefing. It states, "Welcome, caster. Your mission is to explore the mysterious Loveland Castle and map the 8 guardian cryptids that protect its secrets. Only then will you be worthy to face the legendary Loveland Frogman. The rules: explore the castle by selecting the options from the available choices. Use gate cards to map guardian cryptids. You must map all 8 guardians to reach the Frogman. You only have 30 minutes to complete your mission. If you run out of time, your progress will reset. If you run out of gate cards, you must find more. There will be 10 riddles hidden throughout this game. We are not going to take time to go and answer all of those riddles through this playthrough. We are just going to do the base playthrough, but I do encourage you, when you see a riddle, if you know the answer, throw it out in the comments below. Tips for success: search areas thoroughly to find additional gate cards. Use the quick nav panel to move between visited locations. Pay attention to cryptid behaviors to successfully map them, and look for hidden riddles and secrets throughout the castle. Are you ready to begin the hunt? Yes, we are. Let's do it. Let's begin the expedition. Loveland Castle entrance. You stand before the mysterious Loveland Castle, built by Harry Andrews in the 1920s. The castle's stone walls hold many mysteries, and somewhere within lies the legendary Loveland Frogman. However, the deeper areas are sealed. You'll need to prove yourself by mapping guardian cryptids throughout the castle. Multiple paths lead into the castle complex." All right. Off the top, let's go ahead and get some music up in here, since they're providing that free of charge for us. Love that throwback 8-bit style music. So our options initially: search through the rubble near the entrance, examine the main gate, enter through the main gate, look for a side entrance, or attempt to climb the outer wall. My philosophy for playing any mud style game like this is just to explore as much as possible before moving on. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll search through the rubble, find 2 gate cards. Excellent. So we have 2 cards, and you need 1 card per cryptid, I believe. All right, let's go ahead and examine the main gate. The main gate has the inscription, "Only those who prove themselves against the guardians may pass to the inner sanctum." The gate stands open, welcoming brave casters. That's us. Hopefully that's us. Let's go ahead and look for a side entrance. You find a smaller side entrance that leads to a different part of the castle. Excellent. Examine the hidden stone panel. Why not? You discover a secret compartment containing 1 gate card. Excellent. You love to see it. The other options: follow the garden path, climb over the garden wall, search the old garden shed, or examine the carvings on the shed wall. Let's search the shed first. I find 1 gate card in the shed. Excellent. I forgot to read the description here. You've entered a small garden on the side of the castle. Overgrown plants and old stone benches suggest this area isn't frequently visited. You notice a partially hidden stone panel in the wall that might conceal something. Let's go ahead and examine the carvings on the shed wall. Ooh, we got a riddle. Excellent. You study the ancient carvings depicting various cooking scenes and kitchen implements. Very nice. We can either follow the path or climb over the wall. Let's go ahead and follow the path. The garden path winds around and eventually leads you to the main courtyard. So we're at the castle courtyard. You enter the main castle courtyard. Stone walls surround you, and you can see various paths leading deeper into the castle complex. Let's see. We can examine the sealed mystical door, head to the north tower, the east wing, the west passage, investigate the courtyard, or explore the moat system. Let's just examine the mystical door, since that's right in front of us. The door glows with mystical energy and bears the symbols of different guardian cryptids. An inscription reads, "The path to the Frogman requires mastery over all guardians. You sense it will only open when all guardians are mapped." Alright, so that seems to be the big boss room where Froggy is, or at least I assume. Let's go ahead and investigate the courtyard center. Guardian Cryptid Encounter. A large dark creature emerges from the ancient chambers. Your spellbook indicates that this is an unknown cryptid. This ancient guardian must be mapped before you can progress to other guardians. So this is our first initial one that we gotta go through. A large dark creature with unusual skin texture guarding the ancient chambers. Okay, let's observe the ancient guardian first. The creature seems to be protecting the deeper mysteries of the castle. It watches you carefully. Okay. Try to pass without confronting it. The garden blocks your path. You must deal with it to progress deeper. Okay. Let's place the gate card. You carefully place the gate card. The ancient guardian notices the magical energy. We can wait for it. We can make noise to attract it. We can activate the gate card, which it basically says not to do, or we can run away. Let's go ahead and just wait for the guardian. The guardian is in perfectly positioned for mapping. Well, let's do it. Let's activate the gate card. Alright, the Gumbaroo. A large black bear-like creature with smooth, rubbery skin that's impervious to bullets. That sounds pretty useful. Let's see. Guardian map, new paths open. Having successfully mapped your first guardian, you feel your abilities growing. You can sense new areas of the castle opening to you. The ancient chambers have revealed multiple paths forward, and you no longer need to retrace your steps. We'll see how true that is. About retracing your steps. I feel like I probably will get lost. Let's continue the journey. You can either explore the newly revealed passages or go back to the old places. Let's search the chamber for items first before we move on. We find one gate card. Let's explore the newly revealed passages. Why not? Hidden Passage Network. You've discovered a network of hidden passages that run throughout the castle. These secret routes connect different areas and seem to have been used by the castle's original inhabitants. You can see passages leading to various parts of the castle, including some areas you haven't explored yet. Very cool. We can either take the passage back to the courtyard, go to the east wing, go to the mystical catacombs, or map the entire passage network. Let's go ahead and do that first and foremost. And we find 2 gate cards after mapping stuff, which is cool. Let's go to the mystical catacombs, since that seems to be the place the new place. You've discovered ancient mystical catacombs beneath the castle through the hidden passages. These chambers are older and more mysterious than the main areas. Ancient symbols cover the walls, and mystical energy pulses through the stone. You sense this might be where a guardian originally dwelt. Alright, we can place a gate card, we can study ancient symbols, look for passages leading out, or return to the courtyard. Let's study the ancient symbols. The symbols tell the story of the castle's guardians and their role in protecting the Frogman's domain. You also find 2 gate cards. That's what I'm talking about. Let's place the gate card here. Oh, that was Gumbaroo, sorry. That is Gumbaroo. I wonder what happens, though, if we try to map it again. Alright, let's map it again. Cryptid remapped. You've reinforced your knowledge of this guardian. Okay, so nothing new happens, effectively. You just do the song and dance over again. Okay, we can go. Let's go mystical catacombs. Do we look for passages leading out? Okay. Alright. Well, let's go to the courtyard here. Let's start off in... Well, we haven't explored the moat, I don't think. Oh, okay. You've discovered the castle's ancient moat system. The water here is deeper and more mysterious than expected, with stone channels leading to underground waterways. Strange ripples disturb the surface, and you notice cucumber peels floating near the water's edge. This architecture suggests that this area was designed for more than just defense. It seems to be a habitat for something aquatic and intelligent. A child-sized humanoid figure with a turtle shell moving gracefully through the water with traditional, respectful movements. Okay, let's search around the moat area. You find ancient stone carvings depicting water ceremonies and 2 gate cards. Cool. Let's examine the cucumber peels. They are fresh. Something has clearly loves cucumbers and has been snacking recently. You sense a playful but dangerous presence. Alright, let's place a gate card here. The Guardian moves with traditional courtesy, investigating your gate card while maintaining perfect posture. Wow. Your gate card glows near the moat's edge. The child-sized Guardian emerges from the water, its turtle shell glistening, and the water dish on its head perfectly balanced. It approaches with respectful traditional movements, clearly bound by ancient manners. Let's do the golden rule, and he's being nice and traditional and whatnot towards us. We'll be nice towards him. We'll bow respectfully to the Guardian. I feel like or waiting patiently. Either one of these seems good. Attempting to trick it seems like the worst possible thing to do, so let's bow. The Guardian feels compelled to bow back. Water spills from its head dish, weakening it as it positions itself over the gate card. Well, let's take advantage of that and map Kappa. A humanoid creature roughly the size of a child with a turtle-like shell and reptilian skin. Most distinctively, it has a large container of water as a head, known for playing pranks on humans bound by traditional manners. Despite its size, it's dangerous and not to be messed with. It loves cucumbers more than anything and hates being tricked or outsmarted. Good thing we did not try to do that. We have 2 of 8 guardians mapped here, and since we're done with those options, let's go ahead and go back to the courtyard. Let's take a look at the spellbook here. Okay, it just talks about, okay, the spellbook shows what cryptids have been mapped, the status, 12 gate cards, 2 of 8 guardians, okay, inventory, 12 gate cards, okay, and then help, commands, okay. Just wanted to try those out, just to see what was going on here. All right, we're in the courtyard. Let's just go with the North Tower, since we have not gone to any of the wings. You've reached the North Tower. It's tall and imposing with narrow windows and a spiral staircase. You notice strange scratches on the walls and hear faint sounds from above. There's also a door at the base that seems to lead to hidden chambers beneath. Okay. We can enter the hidden chambers, climb the spiral staircase, search around the tower base. We can listen carefully to the sounds above, or we can climb to the highest frozen tower. Let's go ahead and listen carefully to the sounds above first. The sounds are definitely from a large creature. Alright, I guess that's helpful. Let's search around the tower base. You find ancient carvings and 1 gate card. Alright. Let's climb the staircase. Top of the North Tower, you've reached the top of the North Tower. The view is spectacular, but you've also disturbed something that was living up here. In the center of the room sits a mystical 20-sided die on an ornate pedestal glowing with ancient energy. Okay. Let's study the castle view first. From here, you see the entire castle layout and plan your exploration strategy. We'll pretend that we did that. Let's, I guess, examine the mystical dice. The dice pulses with mystical energy. Ancient runes around the pedestal suggest it can be rolled to test your luck. The magic feels powerful, but requires patience between uses. Let's roll it. Let's roll this bad boy. I rolled a 12. Nothing special happens. Let's roll it again. Dice is still cooling down. Wait, 3 minutes. Well, we're probably not going to make 3 minutes here, but I guess that's something to come back to, for sure. Let's go back to the North Tower. So we went up the staircase, we have the hidden chamber and the highest... Did we already do that? Yeah, we did that. That was the 20-sided die and everything. Alright, let's climb to the highest frozen tower here. You've climbed to the castle's highest tower, where an unnatural cold permeates the air. Ice crystals form on the walls despite no visible source of freezing. A massive glowing eye watches from the shadows, surrounded by swirling mist and small snow flurries. The temperature drops noticeably as you enter, and you sense this is where a guardian of justice dwells, judging all who dare approach. Don't judge too hard. I don't know if I'm going to survive that. Let's see. We can place a gate card near the frozen chamber, examine the mysterious ice formations, contemplate the nature of justice, or return to the North Tower. Let's contemplate the nature of justice real quick. Your contemplation of justice and morality seems to resonate with the Guardian's purpose. The cold lessens slightly. Don't need a jacket anymore. Let's examine the mysterious ice formations. The ice formations contain frozen moments of judgment. You find 2 gate cards preserved in the ice. Wow. I wonder what that looks like. The only thing left to do is place a gate card in the frozen chamber. Unknown Justice Guardian, the Guardian's glowing eyes judges your soul, while cold mist stirs around the gate card. Your gate card glows in the frozen chamber. The Justice Guardian's massive eye focuses on you with piercing intensity, peering into your soul and judging your past actions. Ruh-roh. Cold mist swirls around as it determines your worthiness. This isn't good so far, folks. Not good so far. You know what? We can either accept its judgment with humility, demonstrate your sense of justice, or be presumptuous. Let's go ahead and accept whatever it judges us with humility. Your humility and acceptance of judgment impresses the Guardian. Thank the Lord. It approaches your gate card with cold approval. Well, let's go ahead and activate it then. We have mapped Isatok. best known for its massive single eye that glows in the dark with an eerie red or yellow light, often surrounded by cold, swirling mist or a small snow flurry, a creature of justice that enforces moral and spiritual laws with no tolerance for wrongdoing. It can peer into souls, create freezing cold, and curse those it deems unworthy. And we got a reward here, a special unlock that you can do when you play the game. I think we are done there with that, and I think the only thing left is to enter this hidden chamber beneath the North Tower, I believe. Unknown Melodic Guardian. The hidden chamber. You have entered a secret chamber beneath the North Tower. Ancient stone walls are covered with cryptid drawings and mystical symbols. Water drips from somewhere deeper in the chamber, and you can hear beautiful trumpet-like melodies echoing from the depths. You notice an eerie bioluminescent glow emanating from the water source. Okay. We can either place a gate card near the water, study the ancient cryptid drawings, listen to beautiful melodies, return. Let's listen to some melodies. Trumpet-like melodies are hauntingly beautiful and seem to reflect a positive, cheerful mood despite the dark chamber. Looking at the drawings, they show various creatures of different types. We'll also find 2 gate cards hidden behind the drawings. Like, how many gate cards? We got like 16 gate cards. I guess if you mess up a lot, which we haven't messed up yet, you would have to use those. Let's go ahead and place the gate card near the water. You place a gate card near the dripping water. The Melodic Guardian emerges from the shadows as bioluminescence patches glowing softly. Let's hum along with its melody. Hey, your musical response delights the creature. It positions itself over the gate card while creating a harmony. Let's activate that. And we have mapped Calipode, a small amphibious critter with 6 to 7 fingers in each hand, and a large trumpet-like nose. Bioluminescent patches grow eerily along its body, and several beady eyes dot its face. Its slimy skin secretes mild poison, and it can release toxic mist from its nose. Despite being a patient ambush hunter, it's always in a positive mood and creates beautiful melodies. Thank you, Calipode. Let's go back to that North Tower. I think we're done in the North Tower. Let's go back to the courtyard, and we'll go to the East Wing next. You've entered the East Wing of the castle. This area has more elaborate architecture and seems more important than the outer areas. You notice a door leading to what appears to be a library, and stairs leading to upper floors. The sound of the wind echoes from somewhere above. Alright, we can enter the library, take the stairs to the upper floors, explore the East Wing rooms, examine the small art piece in the corner, listen to the wind sounds, or descend to an underground forge. Okay, let's explore the rooms first. You explore several rooms, find 1 gate card, but the library seems more promising. Well, let's go there next, then. You've entered the ancient library. Dusty tomes line the walls and mystical energy fills the air. Ancient texts about cryptids and castle history are scattered about. You sense a presence among books, something that doesn't want to be disturbed. The unknown library guardian is a large hairy creature that has made the guardian its library its domain. Okay, let's go ahead and read ancient cryptid texts. Why not? The texts reveal the history of the castle's guardians and their role in protecting the Frogman's domain. You also find 2 gate cards between the pages. Let's go. Alright, we will study the library guardian next. The creature is large and hairy, perfectly adapted to its dusty environment. It seems protective of ancient knowledge. Who will it be? Let's go ahead and place the gate card down amongst the books. The guardian investigates your gate card, and it stirs. Let's wait quietly since we're in a library. I feel like that's most respectful. Alright, here we go. Let's go ahead and map it. And the Ohio Grassman. Large, hairy humanoid creature, similar to Bigfoot, but from Ohio. Gotta love the Ohio Grassman. Alright, let's see. Let's, I guess, go back to the East Wing. Let's say we've gone to the library. Let's go to the upper floors. An unknown whistling guardian. You've climbed to the upper floors where wind sounds are strongest. The rooms here are more elegant with larger windows and better lighting. The whistling sound is definitely coming from one of these rooms. It sounds exactly like a boiling tea kettle. You also notice a door leading to what appears to be a tower observatory. This seems to be where a guardian dwells. Okay. So we can either enter the observatory, place the gate card near the whistling sounds, follow the whistling sounds, search the elegant rooms, or return to the East Wing. Let's search the rooms. You find 2 gate cards in the elegant rooms, but the whistling creature remains elusive. Okay. Let's follow the whistling sounds. They lead you through several rooms, but the creature seems to be playing hide and seek. Well, let's just go ahead and place the card down. You place the card down where the tea kettle sounds are strongest. The whistling stops suddenly. We can wait patiently. We can make tea kettle sounds back at it. Let's go ahead and make sounds back at it. Your mimicry intrigues the creature. It comes closer to investigate. And mapped. We got the tea kettler, a small creature that makes sounds like a boiling tea kettle, known for its elusive nature. Alright, we have... how many we got here? We have 6 out of 8 mapped. Okay. Let's go to the observatory. You've entered the observatory at the top of the tower. From here, you can see the entire castle layout. Most importantly, you can see a hidden passage that leads to the deepest part of the castle. You also spot what appears to be a weeping creature. In the castle gardens below, do I smell a squonk? We got a squonk here. Let's study the complete castle layout. From this vantage point, you can see the hidden passages to the Frogman's domain. It will only open when you've proven yourself by mapping all the guardians. I'm way ahead of you with finding out where that Frogman is. Let's observe the weeping creature and the guardians. Through the telescope, you see a sad creature that seems to be crying constantly. It's squonk. It's in the secret gardens below. Let's search the observatory thoroughly before we leave. You find telescope equipment and 2 gate cards, and spot all the guardian locations from this vantage point. Excellent. Let's find our way to the secret guardian, or secret gardens, rather. You've discovered the castle's secret gardens. This hidden area is filled with mystical plants and a melancholy atmosphere. A creature sits by the fountain, constantly weeping. Its tears seem to have magical properties, and you sense this is a guardian you need to map. Okay. Let's try to comfort Squonk. It kind of touches the creature, but it continues to weep, but tears seem to be its nature, not its sadness. Okay, let's take a look at these tears. Study the magical properties. The tears have power magical properties. You collect some in a vial. They might be useful later. You know, just bartering with Squonk tears. That's... we all do it from time to time. It has to be done. I guess let's map Squonk. Let's map him. You gently place a gate card near the weeping creature. It looks up through its tears. Ooh. Let's offer it some comfort here. Perfect positioning to be mapped. Let's map it. And we have 7, just like that. 7 out of 8. Cryptids, guardians mapped. Only 1 remaining. Let's explore the secret garden paths. We got 2 gate cards with some mystical plants. Loving some plants. Let's go back to the courtyard. We're at the courtyard. Here we are. The west passage. You've entered a narrow passage leading west from the courtyard. The walls are older here, and you notice that there are actually multiple branching paths. One leads to a dead end, and the others seem to curve back towards the castle center. Let's go ahead and go to the dead end, I guess. The path... surprise! Path leads to a dead end, but you do find some old equipment. Let's search the storage area. We got a riddle. Excellent. Go back to the west passage. Search the passage walls thoroughly. We got 1 gate card and a hidden wall niche. Let's examine the hidden door in the wall. It seems very important. Okay, you find a secret door, a secret room. You've discovered a secret hidden room behind the wall. This room contains old maps, documents about the castle, and what appears to be a control mechanism for the castle's hidden passages. There are also several magical items stored here. Let's study the maps. Get a complete layout of the castle, including all hidden passages. We'll read the documents. The documents detail the history of the Guardians and explain that they must be mapped before the Frogman can be approached. Examine the passage control mechanism. This mechanism can open new hidden passages throughout the castle. You activate it and hear distant doors opening. Okay. Maybe if we had time, we'd go and explore that again. Okay. Collect the stored items. Why not? You find 3 gate cards and detailed notes about Guardian progression requirements. Where is the Guardian here? Let's return to the West Passage. Okay. Mystical catacombs. No. Now we have one guardian left. Okay. Now I just need to remember where everything is, where we've been, where we didn't go, what options we didn't choose. You all probably see this so much clearer than me. Oh, let's see if they have, if we can roll the dice again. A 5. Okay, well. Oh well. Almost had a nat 20. If you add 15 to the score, then it's very close. Okay, we already mapped Calipode. Let's go back to the courtyard. East Wing. Hey, Underground Forge. You've discovered the castle's ancient underground forge. Massive stone furnaces line the walls, and the air crackles with residual electrical energy. Lightning scorched marks cover the walls and ceiling, suggesting divine craftsmanship once took place here. The sound of heavy hammering echoes from the depths, and you can see the glow of a massive eye watching from the shadows. This is clearly where a guardian dwells. All right. Let's examine the scorch marks. They tell a story of divine weapon creation. You also find 2 gate cards. And the craftsmanship. We get a riddle. The weapons here of unmatched quality, forged with divine lightning. The craftsmanship is beyond mortal understanding. Dang. Alright, well, let's go ahead and try to map this sucker. The Guardian studies you with a piercing eye, lightning dancing around its massive frame. Let's show respect for its attempt to steal its hammer. I feel like that would result in our death. Let's go ahead and respect its divine craftsmanship and whatnot, and let's map it. Alright, we got Cyclops, a towering humanoid cryptid with immense size and singular piercing eye. Dominating his forehead, its heavily muscled body is covered in coarse, weathered skin, often scarred from battles. Despite its brutish appearance, it possesses exceptional skill in forging and creates powerful lightning bolts for Zeus himself. My goodness, didn't know we were in the midst of a legend here. Fiercely independent and distrustful of outsiders. And with 4 minutes left, we finally have our 8 folks, and we can go back to the courtyard and examine the sealed mystical door. Let's go ahead and approach the Frogman's door. You've successfully proven yourself by mapping all guardian cryptids. The mystical door is open, revealing the path that leads to a magnificent chamber filled with flowing water and mystical energy. You can sense the presence of the legendary Frogman ahead. The ultimate cryptid encounter awaits. Let's enter the inner sanctum. There he is. The legendary Loveland Frogman sits on a throne of stones in a magnificent chamber filled with flowing water and mystical energy. He's exactly as the legends described, a humanoid amphibian with intelligent eyes, an aura of ancient power. He wears a pointed wizard hat and holds a mystical staff. With a flowing cloak draped over his shoulders, the distinctive smell of wet tomatoes fills the air around him. He regards you with respect, recognizing that you've proven yourself by mapping all the guardians. This is the ultimate cryptid. Attempt to map the Frogman, extremely dangerous. Okay. Let's present our spellbook. The Frogman examines your spellbook with great interest. Leaning on his mystical staff as what tomato scent grows stronger, he's deeply impressed by your systematic mapping of all the guardians. Let's learn the ancient wisdom. Oh, okay. We learned the ancient wisdom of the Frogman, and we have achieved the Riddle Master. Incredible work, Caster. You've discovered all 10 hidden riddles throughout the Loveland Castle. Very cool. Well, we didn't get to select every answer from the Loveland Frogman, but we did finish just in time. So with that, folks, if you want to explore the Loveland Castle some more, which I highly recommend, if you want to go and find all of those 10 riddles and answer them, you can find some great exclusive Torrential Tides spoilers. So highly encourage you to go to MetaZooTheHunt.com and try this out for yourself. And folks, read our article for some tips, tricks, and general information about this game on MetaZooNews.com. Until next time, casters, we...